Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter, and here we do yoga. We talk about life. We focus on personal growth. You are in the right place, capable, and strong. What are we doing today? It is a full 55-minute class on Halfmoon Pose. Halfmoon Pose sequence, and it is ardha chandrasana. Now, this will be a more challenging class because really that half moon pose is pretty hard. The standing series we're going to do has some pretty wicked transitions, if you will. So please go ahead and roll out your mat. You might need a block, you might not. And I am going to roll the intro screen. Thank all of you for being here. So go ahead, begin in a simple seated position. We're going to do a pretty quick floor series to get us loosened up, and then we're going to get into things pretty shortly thereafter. So lots of short poses on the floor here, and then getting into the more vinyasa flow style of things. So close your eyes and just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping with your breath slow, calm, and steady. And allowing an intention to surface, something soothing, something uplifting, something amazing, whatever you like. Sealing that intention, 3 cleansing breaths. Go ahead. Inhale through your nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Once more. Big inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. And sigh. Very good. Opening up your eyes. Go ahead and swing your legs on out into that brief staff pose. Shake it out. Bob your knees. Each one of these poses we're going to only hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Put a little bend in your knees. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Come on down. Relax. Keep with your breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. And release. Take that left foot, bring it on in. Base of your forehead to knee here. Shoulder square at the front, line that midline up with that toe, and inhale, scoop up the earth, exhale, fold. So again, only a couple breaths in each posture. Exhale, lengthen, exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, hinge. Coming on back, very good. Rotate your shoulders, so turn them to the left, and then right hand comes down. You can place it on the shin or on the inside of that leg, whichever one you like. Spiral, turn, twist, open up. Left hand comes up. And if you can keep your shoulders square and bring this hand all the way to that foot without dipping your shoulder too much, that's fine. Otherwise, maybe bringing it behind your head here, whatever you like. Inhale. Exhale, tilt. Come on back. Very good. Shoulders square at the front. Your right knee, this leg that's extended out, bend it on back. Very good. And then twisting. So we're in the base of our deer pose. Twist, 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 twist. And then just laying on down. Come onto those forearms and take a couple breaths. Slowly pushing yourself back up, coming back up so we're squaring our shoulders with the front. And now your left leg, extend it on out in front of you. So we want to keep this right knee bent back. Really capitalizing on each one of those breaths that we're doing. The hands can come behind you here to help keep that flat spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lead with your heart, come down. And coming on back. Very good. Right hand, right shin, and pick this foot, scoop it all the way up and around. Very good. Left elbow hugs that knee in. You can bring your right hand around behind you, gentle twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Coming on back. Take this right foot, bring it on the inside of your leg. Okay, grabbing for either your foot, ankle, or shin, whatever you like, pick up this leg. Kind of a modified seated standing forehead to knee. It's going for that hamstring stretch, but still don't let your back around, trying to really grow your spine. Pick up that leg, breathe, strong core. Setting it on down. Shake it out. Okay, very good. Take that right foot, bring it on in. Very good. And then making sure you're nice and squared up with that foot. Inhale, scoop up the earth. Exhale, fold. Come on down. Couple breaths. Stay with it. Keep with your focus. Really capitalizing on each one of those breaths. And coming on back. Turning this time, same thing, twist, 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 twist. Left hand inside of that leg or grabbing for your ankle, wherever you like. And right hand up overhead. Keep with your breath, keep with your focus. Moving quickly through this floor series to kind of get everything loose and wakened up, because standing series will be a bit more difficult. And coming back to neutral, shoulders square with the front. Left knee, bend it on back. There we go. Base of your deer pose, so twisting to the right. Walk your hands around, twist, 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 twist. Coming down to your forearms, and just a couple of breaths. Coming back up. Okay, so this left knee is bent back here, so leave it exactly where it is. Extend your right leg on out. Perfecto. And hands beside you here to kind of help keep that flat back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Coming on back. Okay, left hand, left ankle, and then pick up this foot, swing it on around. Very good. Go ahead and take your right elbow Hugging that knee on in, left hand around behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Okay, come on back. Take this foot, place it on the inside of your leg here. And again, grabbing for shin, ankle, foot, whatever you like. Picking up that foot. Don't let your back round. Rather, lengthening that spine, lifting that leg. Breathe. Set it on down. Bob it out. Okay. A little different floor sequence, right? Kind of mixing everything up. Swing your legs around behind you, coming into that tabletop pose. So tabletop, shaking it out, moving it out. Maybe a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. Eye gaze lifts. Exhale, cat. Push the earth away from you, rounding that spine. Inhale, look up. Eye gaze lifts. Exhale, cat. Rounding that spine. Very good. Keep going, keep flowing. Awesome work. Okay, neutral spine. Take a mental note of where your palms are on the mat, and then lower your elbows down to this point, going onto your forearms. Walk those fingertips forward just a tiny bit, just a little bit. Tuck your toes behind you, and bringing your glutes back to your heels, puppy pose. Relax, stretching out those shoulders. Steady breaths, relax. Eye gaze forward. Okay, maybe separating your forearms just a little bit. Very strong hands on the mat, pressing into those fingertips. And from here, nice strong arms lift directly into downward facing dog. Shake it out, pedal it out, move around in your down dog. Very good. All right, keeping things moving right along. Left leg, brief three-legged down dog, then bring it all the way through. Base of your lunge. Inhale, hands up overhead, full crescent lunge. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands all the way down. Pause right here. Brief standing splits before you come through into forward fold. Standing splits, lots of similarities between standing splits and our Halfmoon pose. So you inhale, standing splits, lift that leg. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Half lift. Exhale, come back down. Chin is the last to rise, slow and steady, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive, coming all the way down. Making whatever fancy noise you like. Fingertips on the mat. Identify your left leg, bring it back. Brief lunge. Set it here, hold here, hands on the mat. And go ahead and take that right hand on the inside of that right foot. Left hand, left hip. And slowly begin twisting, opening it up into that reverse twisted lunge. Lots of similarities here, right, between our standing, our Halfmoon pose and this. Hold, breathe. Set that hand on down. frame your foot back, and then downward facing dog. Pedaling it out, getting twisty. Okay. Right leg, brief three-legged. Bring it through. Base of your lunge, and inhale, hands up, overhead. Crescent lunge. Hold, breathe. Hands come down to the mat, and then on your next inhale, standing splits, lift your leg. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lengthen your spine, half lift. Exhale, fold. Excellent. All right, fingertips on the mat. Right foot this time comes on back. Hold here. Left hand inside of that left foot. And very slowly, bringing your right hand to your right hip. And then eventually, stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips for that reverse twisted lunge. Bring your hand on down. Now, framing that foot with your hands, downward facing dog. Very good. Shift forward into plank pose. Holding in your plank nice and strong, and lowering outward into your chaturanga. Push back up, and then lower all the way down. Raising on up into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Very good. All right. Walking hands to feet, feet to hands for forward fold. Just hang, relax. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chin is last to rise, coming all the way up, hands up overhead. Squeeze your glutes, exhale, sigh. Hands by your side. Shake it out. Okay, if you need that block for your standing half moon, go ahead. We're just going to do one round of our standing half moon, ardha chandrasana here to kind of get ourselves familiar with it. So coming into forward fold. Come on down, relax. Block nearby in case you need it. Okay, right hand directly underneath your face. Then walk that right hand up and out, holding it right there. Just a couple hands length, so kind of that diagonal away from your feet there. Left hand, left hip. Extend your left leg towards the back of your mat, balancing on that right foot. Very good. And then from here, slowly, and I mean very slowly, begin to stack your hips, stack your shoulders, and try not to have a, lame lifted leg. Don't have it drooping down, rather lifting that leg nice and strong. This back foot gently flexed. If you wish, you can bring your hand up, you can bring your eye gaze up, whatever you like. Setting everything on down. Perfect. Okay, walk it out, shake it out, bob your knees. All right, left hand underneath your face. Walk it up and out to the left, a couple of hands lengths on those fingertips, nice and strong. And again, if you want to have that block there, that's perfectly fine. Right hand, right hip, and extend that right leg towards the back of your mat, holding here, and then slowly begin to find the balance between where your hand is, where your foot is, and as you stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Setting everything on down Sway it out. Relax. Very good. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Chin is elasterized, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sigh. Hands by your side. Shake it out, kick it out. All right. Very good. So familiar with our Halfmoon pose. Getting to a flow that incorporates that much more. So go ahead, inhale, hands up. Exhale, gentle back bend, sigh. Inhale, hands back up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Fingertips on the mat, holding here, finding yourself at the top of your mat if you are not there already. All right. Go ahead and extend that left leg on back, base of your lunge, and then step it up just a little bit for warrior one position so you can ground down that heel. Hands come on up, and then hands nice and gentle on those hips here, squaring your hips here with the front. Holding, keep with your breath. Staying here. All right, from your warrior one, go ahead and bring that right hand on out. Turn that thumb down. And you are going to step into the base of your dancing Shiva. So go ahead and bring that knee on up, grabbing for the outside of that knee. Very good. And then left hand releases, bring it on back. Twisting, breathing, focus. Gently, gently bring that left hand to that knee. Awesome job. And then leave your leg exactly where it is. Bring both hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Pointer fingers come out. Coming back into warrior three, balancing stick. Warrior three, balancing stick, hold. Maybe releasing those hands and bringing them by your side onto your hips here. Kind of a modified warrior three, just hold. Right hand comes on down to the mat, stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips, balancing in that Halfmoon, ardha chandrasana, keeping with it. Don't have a lazy leg, lifting that leg, staying strong. Holding in your Halfmoon, stay here. Okay, this transition is a little weird, I know, but stay with it. We're gonna come into warrior two. So all you need to do is that left foot, that lifted foot behind you, set it on down. Base of your warrior two. Eye gaze over that front hand, breathe. Very good. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee. Right hand comes down, left hand up. Triangle, Trikonasana. From triangle, coming back up. Eye gaze over that front hand, breathe. Windmill your hands all the way down to the mat. And bring that foot back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, move around. Weight shifts forward into your plank, hold in your plank nice and strong. You can always modify onto your knees if you wish. And then lowering halfway out, chaturanga, push it back up. And then releasing into upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Excellent work. Looking forward at your hands. Step, hop, walk, jump all the way up into forward fold. Relax. We inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chin is last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, gentle sigh. Hands by your sides, shake it out. Okay, marvelous. Keeping things moving right along. Breathe, focus, close your eyes. Inhale, scoop up the earth. Exhale, fold. Come on down. Okay, step that right foot back, base of your lunge, and then step it up just a little bit here. So we're in the base of that warrior one, and then hands come up, overhead, warrior one, holding strong. All right. Holding in your warrior one, left hand extends out in front of you. That back right knee, step it up, grabbing that knee. Hold here, and then gently opening it up. Your dancing Shiva, or your modified revolved hand to big toe pose. I think there's a lot of names for this posture. And slowly, slowly bring that hand to your knee. Holding here for a second. Release that grasp. Both hands come up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Point your fingers. Come out. And then extending that foot towards the back. Warrior three. And again, wherever your warrior three is fine. If you're kickstanding and just holding, cool. If you want to come into that 45-degree angle, cool. 90-degree angle, whatever you like. Eventually, release your hands, bring them onto your hips here. And slowly, don't plop that hand down. Use some control, placing that left hand down, and then eventually stacking your shoulders. Stacking your hips, coming into that Halfmoon, ardha chandrasana. Breathe. Your lifted foot, that right foot, setting it down at the back of your mat. 4. Warrior 2. Do your checks in your warrior 2. That heel lined up with the back, middle point of that arch. Hands extend on out, eye gaze softly over that front hand, and breathe. You've got it, stay with it. Okay, left hand inside of that left leg, straightening that left leg out. Right hand up overhead, triangle pose, trikonasana. Tilting on down, keeping that lengthening from the base of that hip to that armpit. And coming on back. Bend that front knee, warrior 2, and then from here, windmill hands, all the way down to the mat. Bring it back, downward facing dog. Excellent work. Weight shifts forward into that plank. Hold in your plank. Breathe. Lowering down to your knees to modify if you wish. And wherever you are, chaturanga. Push back up and then release into up dog. And from here, child's pose. Bring it all the way back and just relax. Soften, breathe. Just stay with it. Relax. pushing everything back on up. Excellent work. Okay. We're here in the base of our thunderbolt, holding here. Quick little series before we keep moving on into more bigger, better, different, amazing postures. Bring your hands on up overhead and getting set up for Ardha Kurmasana, half tortoise. Keeping those glutes glued onto your heels as best as you can, and slowly, slowly coming on down. Always working with that breath through every little movement. Knife edges of your pinkies on the mat, forehead relaxes on the mat. Just breathe. Gauge your core. Slow, slow, slow. Come back up and release. Awesome work. Brief camel pose. Come up onto your knees. And fingertips pointed up on that low back, or you can make fists, bring them at that low back, whichever one you like. Eye gaze comes up and just hold right here in the base of your camel. Couple breaths. We want to find that breath before we come back. And in camel, try not to jut your hips out too much, rather trying to keep those hips stacked perfectly above your knees as you come back. Keep breathing. Inhale, lengthen, grow. Exhale, tilt back. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, hinge back. Coming back up. Bring your knees together. Setting it on down. Fingertips by your sides. And relax. Shake it out. Sway it out. Rabbit pose to counteract that back bend. Nice forward extension of that spine. So go ahead and bring your hands on back, grabbing on the inside of those heels, chin into chest, rounding all the way. Coming into that rabbit with focus, with presence, rounding that spine, lifting your hips if you want. Breathe, staying with it, staying focused. Setting it on down. Excellent work. All right, so one more simple transition in our Halfmoon pose. I shouldn't say simple because in theory it's simple, right? But it's a little more difficult. We did this a lot in Monday's class. So if you caught the 25-minute flow, it's going to be the same thing. So fingertips by your sides here. Go ahead and coming into that ball pose, you can tuck your toes and push yourself back up. Just holding here in your toe stand just for a minute and breathe. Place those feet on the mat, lift your hips on up, relax. Okay. We won't stay in these postures for too long, but take your time, at the same time. Don't whip through them, but try to make those slow, steady, fluid movements. And I love this simple sequence because it really challenges our balance. So, right hand underneath your face, left hand, left hip. Walk those right fingertips up and out. Very good. Okay, left leg, bring it on back. And then slowly, slowly, slowly stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Take your time. Nothing quick. If you wobble, it's okay. If you need to reposition this hand, that's okay. From here, release this right hand and come into Warrior 3. From Warrior 3, release back. Standing half moon. Forward fold. Pedal it out. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just the best transition ever? I know it's like such a pain, but it helps with our balance so much because it's really, challenging. Brief half lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Okay, same thing next side. Left hand directly underneath your face. Walk it up and out to the left, couple hands lengths, and then right hand, right hip, that right leg, extending it towards the back as you find your balance on that right foot, on your left foot, balancing on your left foot. Your right leg is extended towards the back. And then from here, we slowly, slowly, take your time, nothing quick. Begin stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips, standing half moon, stay with it. Once you have that half moon, slowly release and coming into your Warrior 3. Hands grab out in front of you, stay present, stay with it. Warrior 3, hold. Setting that hand back down, standing half moon. Forward fold. Excellent work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands on the mat. Walk it out. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work through our standing series. Identify your left knee, bring it up on the inside of that left wrist, set it down for your pigeon. Untuck your back toes. Very good. Okay. Hips square with the front. And slowly, slowly sinking on in. And as you like, you can walk your hands on out here in your pigeon. Pigeon, kind of a resting pose here from flowing through all those other intense postures. So just breathe and stay with it. Release, surrender, relax. A few more breaths. Gently, gently. Coming back up. Beautiful work. All right. Very slowly. Tucking those back toes and coming back. Into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Pedal it out. Okay, right knee, right wrist. Pigeon, opposite side. Untuck those back toes. Doing all of your little checks here. Hips square with the front. Excellent work. And then sinking on in as best as you can, making sure this back foot is nice and straight. Hips are square. And then slowly, slowly hinging on down. Here in your Pigeon Pose, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Just breathe, relax. Pigeon Pose. Getting into those hips, lots of emotions stored in our hips. So laughter, crying, sadness, happiness, many things. Place your hands on the mat, pushing yourself back up, tucking your back toes, and go ahead, push it back, downward facing dog. Oh. And pedaling it out, walking it out, moving things around. Weight shifts forward into that plank, holding strong in your plank, and lower simply all the way out and down into laying on the mat. Really not a pose, it's just laying flat on the mat. Untuck your toes, laying down. Hands can come down along beside you. Just relax, just breathe, do nothing. Gently, gently, pushing yourself on over. Coming into that first Shavasana, simply laying on your back. Relaxing on down. Feet fall out, arms fall out. Just relax. Go ahead and identify your right knee. Bring it on up. Interlace your fingers, the top of that shin. Briefly squeezing it in towards that midline. Just holding it here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then taking that left hand to help guide that knee across your body. Gentle spinal twist. Releasing this right arm, cactus arming that arm, if you will, whatever you like. And slowly, slowly untwisting, placing this heel down next to your glute here, and then allowing that leg to open on up. Modified tree pose, kind of your fallen tree or your modified Shavasana. You can bring your hands on up overhead, get a little opening in that chest. Close your eyes, about 3, maybe 4 breaths. Everything slow, soft, and calm. All right. Extend that leg on down. Perfect. Regular Shavasana, bob your knees, shake it out. Bring both knees on up in and squeezing, hugging them on in, or brief when removing with both knees. Strong arms, engage those arms, relax your ankles, relax your face, relax everything, and just breathe, squeeze, stay with it. Breath's gonna be shortened just a little bit here, it's okay. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And slowly setting those feet on down, feet flat on the mat. And opening it on up for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, just briefly. Two, maybe 3 more breaths. And gently pushing those legs on down. Very good. Shavasana. Okay, finishing it on out. Bring that left knee on up and in. Interlace your fingers, top of your shin. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Holding nice and strong. And right hand outside of that knee. Guide it on across, spinal twist. Cactus arming this left arm here. Again, we are in the twilight of our practice, slowing things down. So maybe even closing your eyes and really just getting lost in the moment, breathing into that lower part of your abdomen, your low back there to help create space in your twist. And very, very gently bringing that knee across, setting your foot down on the inside of that thigh there, and then letting your leg open on up, coming into your modified tree. Relax. Deep breaths. Okay, go ahead and bring that leg on down, Bob your knees, shake it out. One last posture to help seal everything together, sending us off into our Shavasana bridge pose. Take your hands, place them by your side, bend your knees on up. If you need to waddle your shoulder blades in, go ahead wherever you are. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then on your next inhale, lift those hips on up. Hold, breathe, stay with it. Envisioning that belly button is the highest point on your body. And release. Bring your legs on down. Feet fall out, arms fall out. Relax here in your Shavasana. Close your eyes, soften, relax. Deep, steady breath. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just relax. Few more breaths in your Shavasana, dissolving, relaxing. And choosing to stay in your Shavasana if you like, or if you wish, you may gently push yourself on up into a seated position so that we can bow together. Thanking all of you so much for being here. I truly, tremendously, greatly appreciate it. Remember, you are a magnificent human being in the right place, capable and strong. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much. And from my heart to all yours, namaste.